this is it. Part 4 of the Virtual Boy series. I go through all the remaining selections that I have in my cache, and I wrap it all up. Starting off, let's go with Jack Brothers. Virtual Boy logo. Get the auto pause out of the way. Atlas. The red and the black. Always ominous. Licensed by Nintendo. Jack Brothers. The last of the American releases of the Virtual Boy overseas. You play as 3 Jack characters. Jack Frost, Jack Skeleton, Jack Lantern. I guess so. Yeah, Jack Lantern. The recording icon really obscures some words here. But you're starting off in the forest. It says collect all the keys. When the goal appears, jump down. The enemy here is Slime. Defeat him quickly. Okay. And there we are. Looks like I'm Jack Skeleton or Frost. Okay. Pixie. You got a knife. And you're pretty much striking your enemies as you come across them. And then you come across these platforms that you jump down from to the next level. Apparently this is a take on the 3D, well, supposedly 3D virtual reality experience, except the levels are layered on top one another. Okay, watch out for the goblin. Okay, they like to drop bombs. Okay, picking up the keys. Watching out for enemies. Getting down floor 2. Yep, looks like some kind of bomb. And got him. Oh, no, there's the bomb. Watch out for that. And strike him down. Keep following the paths. Keep getting the keys. And up and down. That looks pretty simple enough, but okay, use your weapon against. Use HP. Okay, alright, Pixie, we got it. Let's press on. I believe we're going to go down a level. Yep. Looks like that's the boss we have to face. Watch out for this. Watch out for the fireballs. Careful. Apparently you also have to do things within a certain time frame, as the timer indicates on the left. But time's up. Yeah, you die. Doesn't matter how much of the boss you're facing. Apparently you're still done by a time limit. So it does not leave you a whole lot of time for exploration. So start off at 70 seconds. So you guess you have players off to the right. You also have I guess you also have the key collections that you're doing while there. You've also got a scanner up top. Looks like you've got all the keys. Where do you go next? Straight on down. And looks like you gotta beat your boss in about 36 seconds. Can you do it? Avoid his strikes and beat him in the time frame. Apparently in this case, once you know what you're doing, Area 1 clear. Bonus added. It looks pretty simple enough, doesn't it? And a little password here. Check out the next level. Okay. In the cavern. Looks So you're going through different levels, and the time is yet a little more added. New floors. Okay. Little enemy attack there. Got it. Enemies may likely have keys, so yep, you're on a key quest again. And probably also face another boss at the end too. Premise looks pretty simple. And you also gotta stab the tomcats and watch out for the slime. Then we also got another key. So try and find the keys. Guess that one. Okay, looks like you found the keys. Now we get down to the level below, I'm guessing. Okay, you took a hit right there. Should you have done that? Jump for the jack traps on the floor. Okay. I get it. Well, the time stops when you're reading the spikes on the bottom. So watch out for those. Looks like they tell you actually where they are too. Okay. This is where control kind of fails me a little bit here and there. Ooh, yeah, there's big jack traps right here. And yeah, this is where the controller's trying to fail me a bit. And you lose time. So, you're done. Should I try something else? Okay, try to go for one more try. Let's see what else there is. As you continue to play the clock, basically you have to keep your time high. So when you see the indicators of time like 10, 20, you take those up quick because you need to make sure you have all the time you can get. Enemies may have keys, some enemies may have time for trials. So just keep ready to go. Stabbing enemies with a sword, trying to collect your time, keep the clock high, go through the minor ones, go down to the next level, watch out for traps, and be sure to fight the big boss at the end, as you also collect that's one big trap right there. And I fell into it. Always wind up in this bad thing. Yep, and that's Jack Brothers. Jack Brothers is simple enough, kind of fun, little multi-layered, still on a 2D platform, but still be fun. You also have to make sure you know where you are with the controllers, and there's definitely some traps you have to watch out for. And you not only have enemies on the gameplay, but also time is your enemy. So always make sure you watch your clock. Next up, SC Gundam Dimension War. Virtual Boy, SD Gundam Dimension War. Well, first we gotta get through the autopause. And here comes the space with the logo. Very impressive. Zotsu Agency Sunrise. I believe that is White Base from the original Gundam series. Nice little montage. Red and black notwithstanding. And I think that might be a Xeon ship, if I'm familiar with my Gundam terminology. I believe those are Zaku's, but they don't exactly look as bulky as they do on the series. I think these are more, well, kidified versions of the characters, of the mobile suits that you fight. And move, attack, indirect, ambush. Basically, you can only move a series of spaces to try to get to the enemy you're looking to fight. You can actually switch characters. I believe you can even maneuver the enemies to force a confrontation. This is pretty much a role player, so it will demand a lot of time investment on your part, because I've never known a role player to be done pretty quick, so I never really do those. And also maneuvering the characters on the map, you have to know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll probably fall into confusion, just as I have when I was trying to figure this game out. Once you figure out how to move the players and how much you can move in going through the menus, then you get to the confrontations, which for me I think is the best part. Let me just skip ahead to that. This is what you're really looking forward to. You're looking forward to the one-on-ones with the enemy you're facing. Gundam versus Zaku, I believe in White Base versus Salamis, I believe, if I remember the term. This is Gundam versus Rickdom, I guess. So you're pretty much trying to get in your shots, get in your attacks, and beat the bad guy here. Nice and simple. And for me, I think that's pretty much the highlight. I guess you also have to beat him within a certain time frame. That's the time above. And you also have to learn your controllers and know what everything does. Once you do that, you might have a nice fun game here. SD Gundam War looks... It does kind of remind me a bit of a role player, and I've never really gotten into role players. Mostly they require a heavy time investment. Time I don't quite have. Comes a time where I can get through a role player pretty quickly, I'll be looking to do one. The duels are essentially the most fun part of this game. Maneuvering the pieces around the colony space, the ships, the mobile suits. It can be a bit of a chore. At least I found it to be. And they're not exactly the killing machines you would see in the animated. They're more like stubby, kid-friendly designs. I guess this was to appeal to younger demographics. Still, you can get your amusement out of it. You can get your joy. But you also, I think, have to have a lot of patience, especially when you're dealing with something that could well be like a role player. Coming up next, Space Squash. Virtual Boy, and go through the automatic pause. Space Squash. It makes me think of Space Splat. And whenever I think of Splat, I think Scrappy-Doo, and let's not go into that line of thinking. It's like, I think a lot of people prefer to forget Scrappy-Doo. I'm getting off topic. Okay. You're starting off with Area 1A. You're kind of in a tournament fighter. You're fighting, I think, as a mechanized bug alien, I believe. Trying to get your shots in. 0 and 1. You're on the losing side. Get ready. Once you're figuring out the controllers. 0 and 2. Let's get... Well, no, let's finish it out. You're going to go through your growing pains. Gotta know what everything does. And You lose. You get a taunt, much like you do out of a Street Fighter game. It's kind of, it even has the poses of it. But not to be undone. Go back into Space Squash. Back at it again, starting at Area A. Yeah, I mean, starting out, Space Squash does come off as Space Splat because you get splatted when you're trying to figure this out. So, let's see. Yep, looks like you're trying to throw a bomb back like it's tennis. 0 and 1. They got some kind of barriers up ahead. So you're trying to throw the bomb back at the enemy and have it go off in his face. Yep, 1 and 1. Get ready. You're in your box. He's out in space. 2 and 1. He was not able to get the shot back. I guess in some way it's like space bug tennis when playing with a landmine. If that's any occasion. Ooh, you conked him in the head? No, he conked you in the head. But red send back. Go back to landmine. 2 and 2. Well, it's a little better starting out. So let's see if we can win this one. Okay, come on. Knocked him back. No. Nah, you got me. Yep, you lose. But you got a general gist of the game. And of course, the enemy gives his victory taunt. Fun game. Space Squash, you gotta watch yourself or you'll be space splat. Da-da-da-da-da-da, puppy, I won't go there. Yeah, I think we all had the moments of Scrappy-Doo. But once you play this game and you get the hang of it, it can be quite enjoyable. It's kind of like Mario Tennis with landmines. And this is a lot more explosive. It will require practice, but once you get the practice in, you're going to have a real fun time. Up next, Panic Bomber. I think we might have done some version of Panic Bomber, probably in passing at some point in time. The opening looks pretty impressive. Nighttime, the bomber comes to the fortress castle. But I guess this also makes me think a little bit of Lights Out and other puzzlers. So, Panic Bomber. People have probably come across this game in the past. But I really wanted to get a feel for it, and yeah, you got 4 levels. And of course the instructions, at least it shows you, arrange the following blocks. They will fall faster if you press down the control pad. Kind of reminds me a little of Tetris, especially as you're trying to get some pieces in a pattern. Line up 3 or more of each of the same block type, as you get a bomb out of the deal. And they'll disappear and bombs will appear on the bottom. Okay. Nice to know that things will be explained to you. Build up as many bombs as possible. I think they might have had this in mind for a 2-player game. The Virtual Boy, yeah, bombs that drop in front of above are sometimes live and sometimes not. I believe the Virtual Boy did have a cable in mind. Live bombs will explode and any other bombs, I get it. That would link 2 Virtual Boys together so you could do some 2-player action. Game's over when the blocks stack up to the very top. But since the Virtual Boy did not make it as they hoped it would, the cable was never released. So there were the rules. And that's the end of me juggling two sets of information. Yeah, but I think they had high hopes for the Virtual Boy, but it didn't exactly meet its expectations. I'm going to go with very easy to really get the feel of it. Because I think very easy will get you a quick idea of the game. I think if I try to go hard with this, you're just going to watch me fall flat on my face, where I don't exactly get the general gist of it. And, yep, 3 kitty cats. You got a bomb right there, so let's see what else we can get our hands on. A kitty cat bomb, with a bomb. Let's see. Yep. And 2 more of those balloon things. Ooh, we got some more bombs coming up. Had 3 in a row. Ooh, a live one up there. So let's see if we can make that work. Bring down the live one. And we just blew up our whole level of bombs down there. And the right side just seems to be stacking up, well, a lot of stuff. I'm not exactly sure what those eyeball things are to the right side. Saying level up. Maybe I should have gone to the right. But there's just a lot to do, and this might be one worth revisiting at some point in time. Just knock yourself out, just enjoy a nice little game. Just veg out for a bit. I think we definitely have a good impression of what's to come, but should we go this side? Ooh, looks like I got some eyeballs coming up too. Alright, maybe need a little bomb to clear it away. Flare up. Almost, I think we almost have it. Ooh. Some of the eyeballs have gone away. Let's see what else we can get our hands into. Alright. Stacking up blocks, isn't it? Yes, it also does have a little bit of a Tetris feel to it as you're trying to get blocks to come together. And ooh, big bomb coming up. Bring on the biggie, and knock out a whole lot. But yeah, these eyeballs really stack up here. Oh, more so on the right. Okay, and let's reach the top. Yep, you win, they lose. I go back and have a little more fun with this. Scary ruins. Okay, keep your distance. You go on to the next level, and the fun continues. Chances are you've come across something like Panic Bomber in some way, shape, or form in the past. You played something like it, you played some puzzler like it, and you cleared a board like it. Although, this is definitely more explosive. It kind of is like an old friend, but with a new look. If you played like puzzle games, clear the board games, matching games, stuff like that. This is a puzzle. The next puzzler, however, is one that kind of threw me for a loop. Virtual Lab. I'm really not sure I should be discussing this one. It's Virtual Lab. From what I can gather, it's a little bit of a puzzler. Looks like you're trying to put body parts together. And looks like you also got a girl off to the side. I've got some pieces obscured, but yeah, I'm not exactly given the best material to work with. But yeah, you're putting ends of parts together. And it took me a while to really figure that out. It looks like organs, and you have to turn them around to make them fit. I guess you also be strategic with it. This was a game that really threw me for a loop, and yeah, it's like I said, you're putting connections together, but they also have to go end to end. I guess it's a little setup like Bomberman, but maybe also a little bit of a Tetris setup where stuff disappears on you once you clear a level. If anything, I think the girl off to the side is a little more of a... Oh! She just moved, a little bit of a dancer. So, yeah, I guess the girl is supposed to be a little easy on the eyes for you. A little bit of a distraction. I'm clearly distracted here, as I'm also just left wondering what the Hades hole this is. But I think I'll let it go here. This was definitely one way over my head. I'm gonna openly admit I aired this video with Virtual Lab. I'm surprised if I don't get some kind of marker of some kind. If someone's not gonna say it's not family-friendly content or whatever, or maybe a copyright strike. I don't know. Some kind of strike of some kind. But it is graphic. It does play like the puzzlers. I mean, it does have like elements of Tetris and clearing a level, but also pairing pieces together, although they kind of look like organs to me. It's like you're trying to put the body parts together and make them all interconnect. Got the girl off to the side. When I got this game, it looked like there were some parts obscured. I don't know if that's the reality with the Japanese release. To try to figure out Virtual Lab, I'd say that's the only reason I'd really go back to that. Although the girl is fun to look at, this is not a game that does anything for me. I might go back to it a little bit of curiosity and maybe even look to master this game. But for me, there's no real big draw. Just the girl. And last and least for my Virtual Boy selection, Virtual League Baseball. One more for the Virtual Boy logo. This is Virtual League Baseball. And this one, again, was only seen in Japan. I'm sad about this because well, we definitely could use this one here. Player versus computer, because you can't really do two-player action. Wish you could. It looks like you're playing in 18 different countries. Player 1, I guess you're choosing yourself. I chose the UK. Or did I? Nope. Switzerland is... Yep, and the computer goes for the USA. Huh. Maybe I should have chosen the USA. But, let's see. Bat first, and the computer bats last. So it looks like you also get to pick your pitcher, pick your team member, and batting order, pitcher select, batting order. This really looks, ooh, the innings, play ball. Really looking like a real baseball game here. And there you are at the batting team, and you get to watch it fly out. Yeah, and you're, man, you just saw yourself like about to hit first base and just crying off as soon as you got out. Yep, but nope. Yep, out. Oh, boy, go over in tears, why don't you? Okay, you're hitting it, but yeah, foul. I think I just got upset. Yeah, hitting's not exactly my strong suit. But that one looks like it's gone out. Oh. Like I said, hitting is not my strong suit. This is definitely one where you need a little more practice when it comes to the hitting. Looks like now you're the pitcher. So let's see how this goes. And I guess for me, pitching is a little better for me. Because strike one. Okay. And, ooh, so it's off to the side. I love the view of the baseball field, and you also get to move the players around in it to try to get to the ball. So, out. Yep, you're sending that player off crying. Okay, here we go again. Out. Looks like I struck out another one. Okay, one more. This is definitely enjoyable. I mean, better as a pitcher, but unfortunately as a batter, I definitely need work on it. And they got one run so far. Strike. Let's go one more. Strike. And come on, let's see. Strike three, you're out of there. Batter out. First inning. 0-1. Just 10 more to go. Definitely worth coming back to. This is definitely a fun baseball game. You can, positioning yourself and throwing the pitch and seeing where the ball goes, and then maybe even controlling the characters to try to get it to the base to get the players out or get the players to home plate. This is definitely a fun game that I go back to, and I'm not usually big on sports titles, but this one definitely kind of brings a good smile to my face. For me, this is definitely worth returning and definitely mastering. And I'd say that's it. We have covered all the known releases of Virtual Boy. The ones I have here. I think there might have been more that were slated for release, but since the Virtual Boy was not a successful console, they didn't make the cut. It does have its charms, it does have its good games, and it does have its stinkers. And yeah, it did not live up to the promise that was expected of it. It was more of a 3D player, not a virtual reality player. But the technology to the Virtual Boy would eventually be moved into the 3DS. So, just because something may not be a good idea one moment does not mean it won't be a good idea another moment. The Virtual Boy was a good idea. It was just not applied in the best of ways until later in the cycle. And once it came, off to the races. Have fun, and see you next time. Feel like I'm missing out on a topic and want to nominate one of your own? Check me out on social media. Leave a comment below. See y'all next time, and don't forget to click and subscribe. Don't forget to click and subscribe.